This is Group Ironman, like you've never seen it before. Clum, the Huntsman, Telecon, the Bard, and Christylize, the Scout. Restricted classes, randomized spawn locations, insane abilities. These legends will face the ultimate challenge. They will need to work together to survive. This is your Season 1 roster for Legends Survival.
Alright, welcome in guys, welcome to the brand new series. So this is our first chunk. We're down here in the southwest corner of Isle of Souls, but let's just have a quick look around our chunk. So I know mainly woodcutting is going to be accessible here, some fire making and some fletching. We're playing the Scout, so the Scout is the main skiller of the team. He's more of like the hunting and gathering skiller rather than the artisan skiller, but my current skills that I have unlocked are farming, fire making, woodcutting, fletching, cooking, and fishing. Now, the goal for these accounts, and especially my account, is to unlock as many chunks as possible to unlock more skills and more benefits for our team. But his big passive ability allows him to unlock adjacent chunks that have fishing and farming included in them. The goal right now is to get to at least 75 total levels so that I can unlock my next chunk.
Well, here we are, new series. And it seems like a fun one. Chris has come up with a cool concept for this. So I'm playing a bard, a support adventurer, and I'm going to get the editor to put the card on the screen now so you can see. All chunks containing bardens and cooking ranges are free for me. And the main thing is for every 3 music tracks unlocked, I get a new adjacent chunk. There's also some other rules that you can see there, but the other one to mention is the blessing token. So every altar that I pray at, I get a token that can make another party member or myself unlock 3 adjacent chunks, which is going to be awesome. As you probably saw in part 0, I got kind of screwed over. I got this chunk right next to Venom Artist. And I originally had the option to pick between magic or attack and strength, but because I'm in this area and I can't train cooking, fire making, or fletching here, my only choice is to use attack and strength. So I'm locked into that combat style for a while. This is going to be fun.
First different drop of the account, bronze bolts. These will be useful in the account. If we go ahead and take a look at the map here, my current plan is to unlock the Port Piscarilius chunk first, which will give me eventual access to Land's End. And down here in the Land's End chunk, aside from some hunter chunks and some hunter gear, there is also a crossbow drop. So any of the bolts that I'm getting right now, terrible as bronze bolts are, will be useful drops for me to use. At the rate that I am using these and losing them right now, I will very quickly be stuck flinching with a bronze dagger if I don't get this iron dagger soon.
Now, unlocking chunks does not mean that we simply have everything done for that area. The total levels allow us to access new areas, but we still need to complete tasks within this chunk, and that's where the Chunk Picker plugin comes in. That's where the Ironman plugin comes in, so we're able to get additional tasks to complete in our chunks. Now, my chunk is a pretty big deal because I have yew trees in here, so I will have to burn a yew log, I will have to fletch a yew log, and cut a yew log. I will also have to complete the hunter requirement in this chunk. I currently don't have hunter unlocked, but it is level 1, so I'm not too worried about that. Each legend has tertiary skills, but my particular legend has the orienteering token, and that orienteering token is exactly what it sounds like. For every 50 total levels that I gain on my account, I gain an orienteering token, which allows me to choose a cardinal direction, north, south, east, or west, and then I roll anywhere between the numbers 2 and 5. Now, whatever it lands on, I can unlock that many chunks in the chosen cardinal direction, which is massive. My whole legend class is built around unlocking as many chunks as fast as possible. But the caveat here is that I can't do any combat skills. So I'm completely locked behind combat skills. The main way for me to get my combat skills unlocked, 500 total level on the account allows me to choose a combat style that I can unlock and start using those skills.
Starting out with 23 music tracks, so every 3 from there should unlock an additional chunk. However, it doesn't actually start until I get to my chunk. So if I unlock some music tracks on the way there, I can't unlock those again. So I've got to be smart about this. So I'm going to TP to Ferox. So these are my starting items. Bronze axe, tinderbox shrimp, sword, wooden shield, bread, and my hardcore helmet, which I don't really need. So for now, all I'm going to do is grab these, and I guess grab these. And this is all the food I've got to survive. And this is kind of scary because I'm playing hardcore. And I'm in the wilderness permanently for a while. The reason that I'm running through from here is so that I don't unlock many music tracks. But when you enter the wildy, look how many you unlock. It's absolutely crazy. So I am now locked out from all of them. I've just unlocked 29 tracks that I can't get back. I just nearly got killed by an ant. God, that would have killed me. Okay, and this is my starting chunk. I am officially here. Which means I'm starting at 52 music tracks. So I'm going to unlock a chunk at 55, 58, 61, etc. This is the start. So I have a scary problem here, which is that I have one piece of bread left because that ant hit me. And I've got no stats at all. Now I believe there's a steel dagger spawn in this area. But for me to actually get to that, I've got to train, which means I'm going to have to try flinching one of these skeletons. Or try going into the Wilderness Slayer Cave and try doing something in there. But all of it's scary. I could sneak over and start burying bones for prayer XP, that's another option, and there is a mind rune spawn which I can start hoarding. I can't use magic yet, but I can pass them across or save them for the future. The issue is these skeletons are going to attack me. Do we try one? Okay, we have one ready to flinch. Do we go for it? I think nothing else should be able to attack me here. It is multi though, so I've got to be super careful. While I'm flinching this, it's probably worth mentioning that this is where I'm tracking my blessing tokens. It should always be available on the screen. And it's healed what I've hit. This is going to be a long process. Oh no.
We just finished fire making the first inventory of logs. That got us to 9 fire making. We're currently at 7 wood cutting. Total level 46 right now. Making pretty decent progress. It says I've been in this world for about 15 minutes. I've just been doing some frequent world hops whenever I remember to, because I'm trying to trigger a random event in the hopes that I can potentially get a unique item. Unique items do allow for us to unlock a free chunk at that time. So it'd be super huge early on to get a second chunk. It's been a few minutes and you can see the stats are climbing. 21 fire making and 17 wood cutting and a total level of 68 at the moment. We are only 7 more levels away from getting our next chunk, and we're actually pretty close to a wood cutting level right now, so that's pretty sick. The fun thing right now that we're trying to balance is all of us are kind of playing at different times, but we interact around the same time, and I think that's okay. I think that's the beauty of this series. Level 18 woodcutting. The beauty of this series is that we're all on separate journeys, but we're trying our damnedest to help each other get through them as quickly as possible. Like in Clem's case, he's a huntsman, and he's really got to focus in on getting Slayer tasks and unlocking hunting chunks and getting to as high of a level as possible, as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do what I can to support him. Telecon, on the other hand, is kind of SOL for a little bit because he's in the wilderness. I have no clue what he's going to do, to be honest, guys.
I think this is 4 hours to level 5 attack.
Welcome to Legends. Up on the screen here, you're gonna see the card with the Huntsman class, everything that's included on it, our Slayer tasks that we get to do to unlock new chunks, our bounty token that we get to use to unlock bossing chunks for all of our teammates, as well as the list of all the tertiary skills and primary skills that we are going to have access to throughout the game. I'm looking forward to playing this, so let's just dive right in, shall we? And we get something good on our first pirate drop. Nothing. Well, back to attacking men, because I don't want to lose that many arrows trying to fight the pirate. My account restrictions require that I only train defense with daggers. I can train defense with my ranged as well if I wanted to. However, I want to maximize the amount of ranged XP that I am getting out of these arrows that I have start right now. Wow, we just got our first herblore drop of the account, and it's a grimy Renar weed. That is something for a drop. Of course, I rolled the 1 in 128 cabbage roll, but I can't get the 1 in 42 bronze arrow roll. That could have been an iron dagger. That's 1 in 128. Come on, Jack. Level 10 ranged. We are almost completely out of arrows here. We have 6 arrows left. I have to keep picking them up in the middle of these fights. A little annoying, but still, Got to use every arrow I have until I am down to 0. As you can see here, we're down to the last bronze arrow of the account right now. We have not gotten a single bronze arrow drop, so I have to keep picking up this one bronze arrow and firing it until it doesn't give it back to me. Will we finish this kill with this bronze arrow? Yes, we will. And we're out of bronze arrows.
If you didn't get to see episode 0, he really had a tough time trying to get his chunk nailed down just because of how difficult Bard is as a legend. But it was his idea. He really wanted to see it through. And I think this is going to be a beautiful play test for him to sort of get in the groove and figure out, okay, what works and what doesn't. That's the beauty of new series as well, is just trying to figure out what's going to work. Okay, now this is actually huge. We've got Evil Bob here. Remember, all 3 of us have access to every random event, regardless of whether it takes us outside of our chunk, regardless if it awards experience in a skill that we don't have access to. We can all complete them at any time, anywhere. So I'm definitely completing this Evil Bob. Let's go. And it looks like we're at total 74 right now. Holy shit. That gave us 6 total levels. We're up to 80 now. There's 7 fishing. We can now fish for guppies. And we, ladies and gentlemen, just got ourselves our first chunk unlock, as well as our first orienteering token. That is crazy. Let's have a look at our map here. I mean, the obvious one is clearly Soul Wars, right? Like, it's just gotta be.
And if you look at that, we got our first random event, an Evil Bob random event. All right, let's go check this out, shall we? 650 fishing experience. That brings us up to level 7 fishing, and we've never fished a single fish in our life, except for the shrimp on Tutorial Island, of course. As you can see here, this is going to be my new home just for a little bit before I go back up and start attacking men again. There's level 10 defense. All right, we're coming up on the first melee man kill of the account. Really hoping during this grind, while I'm only able to hit ones the whole time, really hoping for some good luck on some bronze arrow drops here. There is the first beginner clue scroll of the account. Of course, I am chunk locked to my chunk, but we are just going to pick it up to see what it is. West of Varrock, talking to Gertrude. We're going to drop that.
Shit.
I can do this. We're okay.
You're just going to start hitting like a mad lad here in a second.
Do you imagine? I can start punching for a bit and see if it helps.
Try it. See if punching helps.
Right, back to the sword. I'm kidding. Can I just throw the bread at it and start trading ring?
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
So how's your grind going, Chris?
All right, I've gone ahead and enabled the personal currency tracker, and we've now got our orienteering token showing in the top left corner there, so everyone knows that right now I'm able to spend that. Now this has to be used during my chunk unlock phase. I'm not going to use it right now. I do have plans for it though. All right, let's enter our next new chunk for the first time, the Soul Wars lobby chunk. I know there's going to be a couple of moss giants just hanging out over here, so I want to be wary of them. Yeah, okay, there they are off to the right. Gosh, level 42. I am not concerned about them in the slightest. Can't even attack them anyway. We now have access to our bank, and this portal here goes to Edgeville and Ferox Enclave. So that does make Edgeville and Ferox Enclave adjacent chunks. Let's go ahead and open up our bank for the first time. We've just got a short bow and a helmet in there. The short bow is backup for Clum in case he dies or anything like that. We just decided we would keep any main items that our legends spawn with, we would keep duplicates of in case anybody dies, because that'd be real shit to have to go back to our spawns without any starting items. That would just make the whole grind a lot worse. But let's go check out our free adjacent chunk. I'll update the map. So highlighted green are unlocked chunks, and any clear chunks are naturally completed chunks where all the tasks have been completed. And those naturally completed chunks are what unlock our tertiary skills. Here is level 8 fishing, level 9 fishing, and level 10 fishing. What I ended up doing, I found a chunk tracker plugin on RuneLite. And what this does is it correlates the chunk ID and the name of the chunk, which we are getting from our chunk picker V2. Once we put those together, we're actually able to track our tasks inside RuneLite, which is really nice because it'll be a good visual indicator for you as the viewers to show what kind of tasks we have to do, even if it's something that doesn't show up on Chunk Picker V2. Like if, for me, like I'm going to catch an anchovy in this southwestern chunk, and I'm going to catch a herring and cook both of them. I'll also be, for the starting chunk, we will chop, fletch, and burn a U-log.
So there's a steel dagger spawn in this chunk, which means I'm not going to train any strength because I don't think I get another max hit until level 4. So I may as well go to 5 attack and get the steel dagger. I'm 1 hit away from level 2 right now. It's only taken half an hour. I'm currently getting like 150, 160 XP per. Oh, there we go.
Jesus.
The first level of the account.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
What?
Right now.
163 experience per hour. We've got this. Like what? That's 34 minutes to the next level. We've got this.
Oh, you're soaring.
I'm never doing a series with you again.
Oh, we're having fun. Come on.
Hey, maybe I'll hit more if I hit the other skeleton.
Want to ask them to trade places?
Yes.
Type it in chat. I think they'll be like, sure. Stupid.
I know, but it's fun.
I can't with you, bro.
Give me a song.
Sing us a song, Piano Man. Sing us a song tonight.
Didn't work. You just need a better voice.
That's true. Yeah, I have a shit voice.
Wait, self-deprecation. Maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the answer to everything. Oh shit!
Oh. That's fucking great.
You like SpongeBob?
I do.
Do you know? I thought that I had everybody on my side, but I went and blew it all sky high. And now she won't even spare a passing glance. All just because I ripped my pants when Big Larry came up just to put him down. SpongeBob turned into a clown, and no girl ever. I learned that ages ago.
Ever wants to dance with the fool who went down, ripped his pants.
And no, I shouldn't mope around, I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much.
That's beautiful.
If I survive this back to the mainland and like Clum dies to Giant Mole or something, I swear to fuck.
Because he's not the PVM player in our squad. But he wants to branch out to it.
If he wants to branch out, shouldn't he be doing woodcutting?
Okay. First of all, you. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added the task for the first 2 chunks. Now I'm working on getting Soul Wars in here right now. So once I have the combat skills unlocked, I'll be able to go back and actually complete those. Soul Wars, if you go on Chunk Picker V2, there's a whole bunch of like unique items you can get from the crates and everything like that. We've agreed that in order for one of our legends to complete the Soul Wars lobby, to like fully unlock it, 500 total level is required so that we can access the minigame, and then also killing a moss giant. This is actually kind of fun. Not gonna lie, I've been fishing for a little bit, just trying to stack up on some food. Yes! Yes! I've never been so hyped to get a frog random. Guys, random event, collection log items are uniques that count towards giving us a free chunk. This frog token has just significantly boosted our grind on this island. We can now select a new chunk. Looking at the chunks that are available to me, I can see that I do have a adjacent chunk here to the east of Soul Wars. I did not tick that off the first time. I guess I forgot about it, but I do get fishing chunks for free. And I'm thinking to myself right now, okay, what can I do to maybe get some decent growth? And then I realized this western chunk over here, this southwestern chunk, First of all, that eastern chunk gives us access to big net fishing and harpoon fishing, so we will have to add that to our tasks, and fletching, burning, and cutting maple trees there. But the western chunk, so we get that as a freebie. That's going to be the one that I'm unlocking with my random event token, and it is our first naturally unlocked chunk. Only 4 more chunks until I have access to my first tertiary skill. I've got the perfect plan. I'm going to use my orienteering token in this chunk, and I'm going to choose the northern direction for this. Keep in mind, these are not naturally unlocked chunks, so we'll still have to complete the tasks within them if tasks are available in order to naturally unlock them. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Oh, what are we going to get? What are we getting? Oh, it looks like we landed on 4. And if you look down that northbound direction, there's only 2 chunks we can unlock. So that is the maximum we can use. But honestly, there was no other place in the island that was going to be better suited to use our orienteering token, unless we somehow made it over here or over here, which right now we're not trying to unlock the mining or the sand crabs because I can't do anything there anyway. It's not going to be beneficial to us. So we're going to unlock these 2. Here we go. There we are.
Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I've lost aggro if I hop worlds. Okay, I think I'm safe for these lot of burn. No, I'm going to die. I'm not touching my screen for the next 9 minutes. Okay, steel dagger achieved. Now let's hope this sorts these indicators out. Okay, I mean, I could flink something in here for fun. It is all multi though. I'm at the top. There's ice giants down here. There's Anku's like up there. No thanks. Oh, I unlocked a music track though.
Oh, that's so good.
Ooh, I just need 2 more music tracks. That's genuinely so good. Okay, 2 more and I get a chunk. 3 attacks enough for now. I think they've de-aggroed because I put the plugin on that says, so let's just go test that. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to go collect bones for the foreseeable. I don't know what level I'm going to get to, but I want to get quite a few prayer levels. It's a plan at least. I'll pick up the mind runes while I'm there as well. 2 prayer. 40 levels to a chunk. So I just get 43 prayer. And that's 3 prayer. This is like 20 times faster, man. 7 prayer. Now we have the increased attack prayer, which is awesome. And we've got 40 total levels, so only 35 to go. And that's 10 prayer. That was a nice break. Now I think it's time to get back to some flinching because I really want to wear this steel dagger. I'm currently 2 hours and a half into this account nearly. And there is 4 attack. 1 more to go for the steel dagger, then we can actually start getting somewhere. 4 attacks when we hit a lot more often. I got it down to 12 health. That's the first time that I've got that so far. With some lucky hits, I might be able to kill it even with 1 strength. And there is 5 attack. We can now wield steel. Look at it. I'm just dropping this. Jesus, and now we can start training strength. Now, how long do you reckon it took to get 5 attack, 10 prayer? And the 10 prayer is including with all these bones. You said over 4 hours. You'd be right. That is insane. Okay, so swapping from accurate to aggressive has made this a lot worse. Currently, I'm getting 130 experience an hour instead of 180, which sucks. I've just ran a max hit calculator as well. I can hit 2s at level 3 strength on aggressive, which means that we're still like an hour and 20 minutes away from hitting 2s. That took a hell of a time. Finally, 3 strength, man. We can now hit 2s. I wonder if we can actually get a kill on one of these skeletons now. I might just swap back to accurate just to get a kill. Okay, so now I'm in a predicament of what to do. Because if I keep it on lunge, I can hit 2s, but I'm going to hit less often. If I put it on stab, I'll hit more often, but I can only hit 1s. To get a max hit of 2 on stab, I need 6 strength. So I guess that's what we're doing. Also, if you didn't notice, I moved the flinching spot to one that's got a burn spawn here. So as I'm flinching, I am collecting burns to get prayer up. I don't know what this guy's doing here, but he's in the chunk. Now, when I reach this chunk here, one of the tasks is to get every team cape, I think. So I guess I am just going to do this. And I'll share them out if people want a cape in the group storage. Which one should we wear? This is an important decision. Easy task complete. That's for the chunk as well. Yeah, it doesn't look great. I think the best looking one might be the blue one. I want to be the purpley pink warrior. Why not? Our first hit points level in nearly 6 hours. And that's 6 strength. We should now be able to hit 2s with stab because it's accurate. So if we can, this should speed it up a bit. There's the 2. Awesome. Oh my god. I just got a skeleton kill. Obviously just bones, but it's my first kill. In 8 hours, 34 minutes, that is my first kill. On a side note, I've got 6 attack, 6 strength, and 17 prayer. That's where we're at the minute. We need 16 total levels to get the next chunk, and then we can actually move on.
So we can see that the only thing that we needed here, lobster pot to pick up, it looks like. So that is one requirement. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do. So then that would mean that this chunk here is naturally unlocked. So that brings us up to 2 naturally unlocked chunks once we pick up this lobster pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it as complete. All right, no item spawns, no monsters. There's trees up here, which we already have in our regular chunk. And there's no changes to the skill tasks and no changes to the best in slot. So then this is also considered a naturally unlocked chunk as well, since there are no task requirements for us to do so. Okay, now we're actually getting somewhere. So here's how our map looks now. We have 3 naturally unlocked chunks here on this western side, thanks to our orienteering token. We have a total of 7 accessible chunks, 4 of which are still locked based off of our tasks. But yeah, honestly, the progress is looking pretty insane right now. I think our next step, we're going to have to hit 125 total level. That next chunk is going to have to be this one. So I want to gift one of my orienteering tokens to a teammate. I've got enough experience here banked to actually get the cooking level needed to get that next token. Clum is up here. He's in Piscarilius. And I think he's going to have a tough time, honestly, because Huntsman is a great class. It's a great legend to use. But with no tertiary skills unlocked with this first thing, he's really just kind of stuck to melee, and he's got limited resources. So let's get him in a call. I want to have a chat with him. Yo.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? How's the grind? What's your total level looking like?
We are sitting at 60 total level, about to hit 61 here in one more rat. Got a little bit of a grind on our hands here.
We kind of started about a day or so behind each other, so I have had some pretty extensive growth here. I don't know if you've seen any of my progress, but get this. I've got 3 naturally unlocked chunks already on the Western Island.
Putting in the work.
I really want to help speed up your grind because I've just been sat here doing mine and I'm like, oh geez, I wonder how the rest of the team is doing. So I'd like to propose that my next orienteering token goes to you.
I would be down with that. Chris is getting ready to gift me his first orienteering token. When I do get to my chunk roll phase at a 75 total level, potentially roll anywhere from these 2 chunks west of my Port Piscarilius chunk all the way up to the Shazian encampment to the west. There are some nice good grinds that can be done in there. If we do hit that 3 though, there's some huge things like we'll have bank access, we'll have an altar to restore our prayer at, and I think one of the biggest things for my account is when we will unlock our thieving tertiary skill, we will have so many thieving options. All right, we got ourselves a semi-full inventory of beers here. We're just gonna let our HP tick back up for the last 2 or 3 HP levels, and get back on that defense training and prayer training. Christylize is in the Discord with me here, and he also just needed to remind me that I got the Grimy Dwarf Weed drop before I got my Iron Dagger. There it is, boys. Just like in Settled's Tileman videos, we couldn't be happier to see the Iron Dagger drop. With that drop, we got our best in slot for our chunk. Let's go to our goal tracker. We can tick off obtaining an Iron Dagger. We just got a frog random event, but we gotta find where's the frog princess, stacked on top of all these other ones. The first unique collection. If we go and look here, where are we at? Random events here. That is our first random event unlocked. That is going to give us 1 free chunk roll. My plan here is to unlock the Port of Piscarilius chunk, and then I will now be using that orienteering token that Christylize has gladly gifted me, and then I will be able to roll between 2 and 5 chunks. So we could see anywhere from these 2 chunks all the way out to these ones. All right, here we go. We got the picker wheel here. We're gonna give it a spin and see what we roll. Are you ready, Chris? I got Chris here with me.
Give us a 5, bro. Are you serious?
At least a 3. Let's go.
Come on. Bless it up, baby.
Hey, we got a 3. So as you can see here on the map, we do have our 3 new chunks unlocked, as well as the free one that we got for the Port of Piscarilius. There are a couple tasks that still need to be completed in my first chunk, as well as there is 1 new task in the port chunk. We're gonna run our happy little character's butt down to the Kingdom of Karend. Chris here says he's got some goodies for us.
Yeah, man. Stretch those legs. Get to the bank.
I can't wait. Let's see what we've got. We're entering new areas. Nice. We've got some beer. There is a head guard in this chunk. This will be a fun one. I will need to get 40 thieving at some point and come back and pickpocket him. All right, so here we are. One of our new chunk homes for a while. Kingdom of Karend here. In the castle at least, does provide us with a lot of tasks to do.
I'm actually hitting a lot more accurate now. I'm going to go to 10 attack and then 11 strength, I think it is. Well, we're a few hours later and we finally got 10 attack. We can now wield black weaponry. 10 strength. And with that, 10 attack as well. Gives us 71 total level. Now, I don't think I'm going to do any more combat. They've got the exact same experience, which is awesome. I'm not going to do any more combat because nothing's really close. What I'm going to do from here is bury 4 prayer levels worth of bones. It's going to take quite a while, but we'll get there. And then we can finally get out of this damn chunk. And there is 11 strength. Now, you might not realize how important that is, but we have now got a total level of 75, which means we can unlock a new chunk. We've not even got 10k experience in 13 hours, but what can we do? Either way, we've got the 75 total now, and as I said, we can unlock a new chunk. I'm going to save that till next episode, because I've had enough of this shit.